It's Thursday, May 21st. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the Maritimers traveling outside the region for mammograms. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And it's Fuel Day at Circle K. We'll get all the details on how you can save at the pumps in Atlantic Canada.
Plus, calling all plant lovers. We'll check in with the folks at the Fredericton Botanic Garden to find out everything we need to know about this weekend's annual spring plant sale. All that and so much more just ahead on the Thursday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning. 6 o'clock. Almost 6:01 on this Thursday, May 21st. Hard to believe that the month of May is zipping right by, and my goodness, hard to believe how warm it is in the region. A lot of people saying they couldn't sleep last night because their homes and their apartments were just too hot. How about you ladies? How did you sleep last night?
Great.
She loves the heat.
Just open the window, have some breeze come in. It was quite nice.
Yeah, did you have a breeze?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, wind did pick up a little bit into the evening hours. Early this morning, we're seeing a breezy start to the day.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are seeing temperatures cool down, moderate, below seasonal for much of our daytime highs today.
Below seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, how much can change in a few hours.
Yes, we also have a risk of frost developing into the overnight hours tonight. So that's how cool it's going to be for tonight.
Okay,
just shows you the difference.
Yeah, that's quite a change from some of the heat warnings that some of us had yesterday to now looking at, okay, the frost warning.
Yeah, so plants and things, so people have been hardening them off, but it might be, you know, bring them back in situation.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I guess give us the numbers.
Well, high pressure remains in place, which means sunshine is going to be still remaining, as you can see here.
Wow, look at the Petitcodiac this morning.
It's gorgeous.
Glorious.
So beautiful sunrises early on this morning for the Maritime region. We're going to see that sunshine sticking around throughout the day today. But we are also seeing a cool down. So just something to keep in mind when you are heading out. Temperatures a bit cooler starting off the day. Will remain cooler for our daytime highs for the most part. As of right now, 9 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, 8 in Charlottetown and Sydney, 12 degrees in Halifax, -3 over in Labrador City, and 6 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at our UV index. You can see here still tracking high to very high for all 3 maritime provinces. So this is something to keep in mind when you are heading out. Keep in mind that sun safety because we are still seeing the UV index quite strong. For Newfoundland and Labrador, it is taking a bit of a dip due to active weather, tracking low to high throughout your day today. Very high for parts of Newfoundland. A special weather statement currently in effect for parts of Labrador due to snowfall today. We could see around 15 to 25 centimeters of accumulation until Friday. We also have that frost advisory in effect for parts of Nova Scotia across New Brunswick. This is for until early Friday morning, as we are going to see temperatures drop down for our lows tonight. So here's a look at our satellite and radar. Sunshine yet again for all 3 maritime provinces today. Clouds will continue to clear out into the afternoon. Now Newfoundland and Labrador dealing with snow and or showers early this morning. And here's a look at the current wind out of the northwest, bringing colder air back in across the region. As of right now, we are seeing sustained wind, 50 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape, 37 in Canso, 20 in Moncton and Sydney, 24 in St. John, New Brunswick. Wind gusts of up to 63 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape, 37 in Charlottetown, 41 in Fredericton. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. A wildfire in Nova Scotia's Queens County is now being held. The province issued the update just before 9 o'clock last night, saying no further updates would be coming until later this morning. The fire grew to 3 hectares in the East Port Lebert area. It forced nearby Thomas Riddell Provincial Park to close. The province used its new fixed-wing air tankers, along with other aircraft, ground crews, and local volunteer firefighters to battle the blaze. And a family home has been significantly damaged after a fire in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. It started just before 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on Lacewood Drive in Kentville. It started in a truck and spread to the home. 2 people escaped unharmed. Kentville firefighters say conditions were extreme while working in those high temperatures. Halifax police are investigating a hit and run after a vehicle struck an 11-year-old boy in a Bedford crosswalk. Police are looking for the driver who they say left the scene. It happened at the Larry Utek roundabout just after 8 a.m. Tuesday. Police say the driver briefly stopped, then drove off. The boy was not hurt. Police are now looking for the driver of this gray Toyota Corolla. They're asking anyone with information to contact police. In his State of the Municipality, Halifax Mayor Andy Fillmore says the city is facing a defining moment.
Halifax is full of those mismatches right now. People who can't afford a home, people who can't get to work, people who can't get a permit through. Not because anyone is trying to stop them, but because the systems weren't built for a city growing at this scale and at this speed.
Speaking to a crowd of politicians, business leaders, and developers, Fillmore repeated his 3 priorities from last year: housing, mobility, and affordability, before adding a 4th, ensuring the city's infrastructure is ready, citing Halifax Water as an example.
If we're not able to house the people that would like to call Halifax home, then we're in a way quietly asking them to leave. So building enough homes fast enough, that's a major challenge.
Fillmore argued faster permits and approvals, more ready-to-build land, and additional affordable housing are needed. The extensive wait times for mammograms has some maritime women looking to other provinces for help.
I needed to save myself months of stress. I've had friends and family members who've had breast cancer, some of whom passed away. And I knew I wouldn't be able to take that stress for that long.
Back in October, Nova Scotian Lori Savory was given a referral to get a mammogram after she noticed a lump in her left breast. The appointment wasn't until late January, nearly 4 months later. Instead of waiting, she traveled to Toronto in November for a mammogram at a private clinic. $400, and 24 hours later, she received her results, which showed no signs of cancer. Right now, wait times for screening mammograms are well over a year in the Halifax area. Nova Scotia's health minister tells CTV News the workforce shortage is the most significant factor impacting wait times. Researchers from Nova Scotia and Alberta have found a troubling number of post-secondary students are struggling to find a place to live while studying.
Couch surfing, sleeping in 24-hour student buildings, staying in their cars, or just sleeping in very precarious housing situations where at any point their housing could be removed from them.
Recently, I met a student who came to my office hours, and they said to me that they've spent 2 nights in the university. They didn't eat anything for 4 days because of the problem of economical problem.
The national study on student homelessness found 40% of students across the country experience hidden homelessness. Reasons vary from domestic violence to an inability to afford rent coupled with daily expenses. In Halifax, Dal's Student Union is encouraging students to come forward because there are resources that can help if they're struggling. After years of rising costs, champions of the new Performing Arts Centre in downtown Fredericton say the building's budget is finally holding steady. CTV's Nick Moore with when the curtain is expected to rise on the centre's first shows.
Construction of the new Fredericton Performing Arts Centre in the capital city's downtown is now 44% complete.
We've got another year to go and there's a lot of work to do, but we're meeting our milestones. We're watching it very carefully. There's a lot of people with a lot of eyeballs on the project.
Tim Yerxa is executive director of the Fredericton Playhouse and gave an update on the Ron and Irma Hawk Center for the Arts at Tuesday night's City Council meeting. The last update, given in early 2025, saw the building's budget go from $81.7 million to $111.2 million. Yerxa says that number has not changed.
In 18 months, that hasn't changed. And like I said, our eyes are on it every month.
The new center will feature 2 stages. The main hall, which can seat 850 people, and a smaller theater with room for 300 people. The update was given at the final regular council meeting for outgoing Mayor Kate Rogers, a longtime advocate for the new centre.
This was a hard-won project. It was, as we all know, those of us who've been at this table and previous tables, hard one to keep this afloat.
Rogers said there was pressure to remove the smaller theater to save money in the budget. She was glad that did not happen.
We were just going to do one big theater. Well, then that decision in the hopes of saving some money, would have kept a whole portion of the community that needs that space access to that space.
By the end of this summer, all of the windows along with exterior bricks and finishes should be complete. The final event at the Fredericton Playhouse, a block away, has now been set for June of next year. Completion of the Ron and Irma Hawk Center for the Arts is expected shortly after that, with a series of smaller events leading to an 11-day grand opening festival in early fall 2027. Nick Moore, CTV News, Fredericton.
Thank you so much, Nick. It's always interesting to see the draft, the blueprints of what it's going to look like, seeing the construction underway and the discussion around it. I mean, the older Fredericton Playhouse, iconic in the city's downtown, but it's really neat to see what the new one's going to look
Very
like.
world class.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Gorgeous. Okay, this is interesting. Just thought I'd bring it up with FIFA right around the corner. The government of Ontario is extending last call for bars and restaurants during the World Cup. So from June 11th to July 19th, last call will be extended until 4 a.m. So ladies, we could fly to Ontario, hit the bars, and then even come to work in the morning. Ontario's Attorney General says that allowing bars and restaurants to stay open later will give fans a better experience, as well as support small businesses and drive economic growth. They're trying to make the most of this opportunity to drive cash into the businesses of the region. Just interesting. I haven't heard of last call being extended before for an event. Maybe it happens all the time, but
who knows? You know what? Maybe that's good too for the visitors who are coming from outside of the country, who are on a totally different time zone. Yeah, I mean, gosh, it certainly doesn't make an impact in my life. No. I'm in bed by 8 o'clock.
I'm like, we're at work by 4 a.m.
That's what I'm saying. Might help us for early work morning.
Yeah, I want to know when like the coffee starts brewing.
Yeah, exactly. Your coffee, if the dance floor is going, maybe I could swing by for, a few little dances, and then I'll come into work. I don't know.
Just to pump it up, right?
Exactly. Come in with the good vibes. Anyway, that's in Toronto or Ontario anyway, so it's not going to impact us here in Halifax or you in Atlantic Canada if that's where you're watching. Okay.
Well, still ahead, we're going to have a look at your national and international news headlines on this Thursday morning, including more details about the cost of FIFA as well. And Latavia will have the first look at the Thursday forecast. If you found yesterday just a little too hot, maybe it was too hot for sleeping overnight, there is some relief for you. She has those details coming up. Good morning to our viewers. Here's a live look at Queen Street in Charlottetown.
Happy Thursday and welcome back. The time now is 6:15. We're taking a live look at Tancook Island. Starting to see that sunrise. We are going to see sunshine sticking around throughout the day today. Currently 13 degrees in your area. Temperatures will rise for our daytime highs, but remaining below seasonal for much of them. As of right now, heading outdoors in Halifax, it is 11, 7 degrees in Sydney with 8 in Charlottetown and Fredericton, -3 over in Labrador City, and 6 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a special weather statement currently issued for parts of Labrador. Until Friday, we are expecting periods of snow at around 15 to 25 plus centimeters. Wind gusts will get near 80 kilometers per hour. We also have a frost advisory in effect across New Brunswick, parts of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. As temperatures drop down into the overnight hours tonight, we are expecting patchy frost to develop. Over to our forecast timeline. So a ridge of high pressure remains in place, which means sunshine for the Maritime region. We are going to see that sunshine over the next couple of days into the weekend's forecast as well. But starting off with a mix of sun and cloud, mainly sunny skies, and then we'll start to see clouds clear out into the afternoon. Newfoundland and Labrador, a bit of shower and or drizzle early this morning for parts of Newfoundland. That will clear out as well. You will be seeing some sunshine today. And then for Labrador, we are going to see periods of snow start off your day, taper off to a chance of flurries into the afternoon and evening. For the Maritime region, temperatures will be cooling down yet again today. We do have these northwest winds bringing this cold front in, helping to cool things down and moderate those temperatures. And then into our forecast for Friday, sunshine yet again for all 3 Maritime provinces. For parts of Newfoundland seeing sunshine as well, and Labrador still dealing with a bit of snowfall. If you're wondering about those snowfall totals, looking at around 2 to 10 centimeters for today for Labrador. That's into early Friday morning. And for our rainfall outlook, not seeing any accumulation because we have sunshine, but for Newfoundland, Labrador, going to remain quite light as well. For forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 10 to 16 degrees today, being the warmest into Moncton. Lots of sunshine as clouds clear out this afternoon. Wind out of the northwest, 20 gusting to 40. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 10 to 13 degrees today, mainly sunny skies with wind gusts at 50. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 7 to 16 degrees today. Lots of sunshine for the province, and daytime highs for the rest of the province looking at 13 to 17 and seeing lots of sunshine into the afternoon as clouds continue to clear out. For Labrador City, looking at a high of 2 degrees, we do have a chance of flurries throughout your day. 12 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. We are going to see showers start off your day and or drizzle clearing out, leaving mainly sunny skies for you into the afternoon. Friday's forecast, much of the same is expected. We do have a low chance of some showers for parts of Cape Breton Island, parts of Newfoundland. Labrador is still dealing with some snowfall. And then into our forecast for Saturday, sunshine yet again. Temperatures are actually going to rise into the weekend forecast, remaining seasonal to above seasonal for our daytime highs. That's a look at your weather. I'm going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Time is 6:18. Different places, different risks. That is the headline of a Stats Canada report on breast cancer. If you're going to be diagnosed and treated, the data shows you're better off living in large metropolitan areas. CTV's Geneviève Beauchemin looked at the report and the recommendations.
Patricia Russell calls Brampton, Ontario, home, and she's survived breast cancer twice. 2 diagnoses 13 years apart.
It just felt like a kick in the stomach when I was diagnosed. It was a high time in my life, and the doctor told me that you have the bad kind.
It's triple negative, an aggressive subtype. She says she received excellent care. A new study found geography tells the story when it comes to breast cancer risk, mortality, and experts say care. Statistics Canada found the incidence of breast cancer is highest in rural regions of Quebec, Ontario, and the prairies, but also in some urban centres with large immigrant and racialized populations. In contrast, fewer women face a diagnosis in large metropolitan centres like Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver, as well as in northern and remote regions.
Having access to data like this is really just so crucial for decision makers and policymakers to have a better understanding of where resources are really needed.
The study also found where you live impacts the risk of dying from breast cancer differently. It's highest in rural eastern regions, lowest in large urban centres where there's better access to treatment and follow-up care. Russell is now doing well and a tireless advocate helping other women through a support group.
I'm very aware and I'm very conscious and passionate about educating, especially women in the Black community, because we tend to not take care of ourselves the way that we need to.
She's also pushing for removing as many barriers to care as possible, no matter where home is. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.
Close to $1 million a minute. That is the cost of Canada hosting 13 FIFA World Cup games. That's according to a new federal budgetary report. It adds up to $1 billion being paid by Canadian taxpayers. CTV's Andrew Johnson has more on the numbers.
With the transformation of Vancouver and Toronto into World Cup cities just about complete, excitement is building.
I think it's great to see the festival here and all the games and everything coming into town. Money well spent.
A cost that's now eclipsed $1 billion, according to Canada's budgetary watchdog, to host 13 games in June and July. That's roughly $82 million per game, which is actually less than Russia spent to host in 2018, Brazil in 2014, and South Africa in 2010. But one sports economist points out co-hosting alongside the U.S. and Mexico, what we're paying for doesn't quite compare.
Well, we're not getting any of the major elimination matches. We thought that if we were hosting the World Cup, we would actually see something of consequence.
Close to $500 million for FIFA is coming from Ottawa, the rest provincial and local, to pay for security, infrastructure, and stadium upgrades. The host cities are counting on a big benefit. BC's Premier says the tournament will bring 1 million visitors to Vancouver over the next 5 years. The mayor has led the charge.
This is an amazing opportunity. It's going to be a month-long commercial.
Critics claim otherwise.
I've been saying for 8 years now, give or take, that we were sold a false bill of goods, not by FIFA, but by our politicians.
How do Canadians feel? Well, the latest polling from Leger showed close to 3/4 of Canadians support hosting World Cup matches, but a majority indicated their biggest concern is taxpayer costs. And the final number isn't in yet. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Vancouver.
Thank you, Andrew. Second break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we will have your top business headlines and your must-see moment from our colleagues at TSN. Please stay with us. We'll be
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Stunning building. All right, it's 6:26 and time now to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Hello, Nikki Reyes inside the TSN Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Wednesday forward. We go to Turkey. Europa League final, Aston Villa taking on Freiburg. Emiliano Buendia takes the pass, one touch and curls it into the top corner. What a strike from the Argentine. Faces space and perfectly hits it out of the reach of the keeper. Aston Villa wins their first European trophy since 1982, and that is your must-see moment from Wednesday. Tonight on TSN, WNBA action, Tembo taking on the Lynx. Tip-off at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Here's a look at the 3-day forecast for New Brunswick. Sunshine today with a high of 15, 16 degrees on Friday. Sunshine remains in the forecast to kick off the weekend on Saturday, warming up seasonal to 20. For Nova Scotia, 16 degrees today with a mix of sun and clouds. Sunshine remains in the forecast on Friday with a high of 15, 17 degrees on Saturday. Yet again, another sunny day. For Prince Edward Island, 12 degrees today, mainly sunny, 13 on Friday, and sunshine into the weekend with a high of 14. Time now, 6:27. We'll be right back.
Coming up this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know the little inconveniences that throw your entire day off the rails. That's in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Could be your sign to maybe take the laundry off of the clothesline if you had it hanging out to dry there yesterday. Didn't take long if you had anything outside because the sun just dried everything right up.
That would be awesome. We can't have a clothesline in our backyard. It's way too shady. It would just wouldn't work, which would be a real bummer because there's nothing like the smell. I remember from being a kid. The smell of sheets and everything like that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So fresh.
I haven't done laundry. Like, I didn't get to laundry. I've been super busy. And yesterday, the weather's too nice. I'm not doing laundry. So I get, yeah.
Kyle's like the laundry man in our house. I'm like, Kate, you need to chill on doing the laundry throughout the day, all times of the day. I'm like, there's times where you should do the laundry.
Yes.
You shouldn't, because it costs more, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If your
energy.
Not apparently to Kyle, though.
Well, I had to do an emergency load of towels last night, everybody, so. This is beautiful.
Gorgeous start to the day over in Edmundston. As of right now, though, cool this morning over there. 3 degrees starting off your day. We are seeing temperatures cool back down, moderate for the region. As of right now, it is 8 degrees in Fredericton, as well as into Charlottetown. 7 starting off your day in Sydney, with 11 in Halifax, and 7 degrees over in Gander. The UV index, though, is still tracking very high for all 3 maritime provinces, so keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out, because we are still seeing that sunshine stick around. Newfoundland and Labrador taking a bit of a dip yet again, low to very high throughout your day. A special weather statement now in place for parts of Labrador as they are seeing periods of snow until Friday. And we also have a frost advisory across New Brunswick, parts of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning as we see those lows tonight come down. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Lots of sunshine for much of the region today. We do still have some snow and flurry activity for parts of Labrador. Showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of Newfoundland will clear out, leaving sunshine for you as well. And in terms of the wind, northwest wind, very breezy today. Keep that in mind when you are heading out. It's helping to cool things down in our region. 48 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 33 in Charlottetown, 37 in Canso, 20 into Fredericton and Lunenburg. Wind gusts getting up to 59 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 50 in Charlottetown, 43 in Bathurst, and 35 in Fredericton. We'll take another look at your sunny forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. A wildfire in Nova Scotia's Queens County is being held. The province issued that update just before 9 o'clock last night, saying no further updates would be released until this morning. The fire grew to 3 hectares in the East Port Liberté area. It forced nearby Thomas Riddell Provincial Park to close. The province used its new fixed-wing air tankers, along with other aircraft, ground crews, and local volunteer firefighters to battle the blaze. And a family home has been significantly damaged after a fire in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. The fire started just before 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on Lacewood Drive in Kentville. It started in a truck and spread to the home. 2 people escaped unharmed. Kentville firefighters say conditions were extreme while working in high temperatures. Police in Halifax were investigating a hit and run after a vehicle struck an 11-year-old boy in a Bedford crosswalk. Police are looking for the driver of this vehicle, who they say left the scene. It happened at the Larry Utek roundabout just after 8 a.m. Tuesday. Police say the driver briefly stopped and drove off. Fortunately, the boy was not hurt. Police are now looking for the driver of a gray Toyota Corolla. They're asking anyone with information to contact police. The extensive wait times for mammograms has some maritime women looking to other provinces for help.
I needed to save myself months of stress. I've had friends and family members who've had breast cancer, some of whom passed away. And I knew I wouldn't be able to take that stress for that long.
Back in October, Nova Scotian Lori Savory was given a referral to get a mammogram after she noticed a lump in her left breast. The appointment wasn't until late January, nearly 4 months later. Instead of waiting, she traveled to Toronto in November for a mammogram at a private clinic. $400, and 24 hours later, she received her results, which showed no signs of cancer. Right now, wait times for screening mammograms are well over a year in the Halifax area. Nova Scotia's health minister tells CTV News the workforce shortage is the most significant factor impacting wait times. Home sales in New Brunswick saw a sharp drop last month compared to April of last year. But some realtors in Moncton are saying the market isn't cooling off completely, even as high prices and interest rates put pressures on the market. CTV's Derek Haggett explains.
According to the Canadian Real Estate Association, just under 800 homes were sold through realtors in New Brunswick in April. That's down 13% from the same time last year.
Yeah, it's a significant drop in sales volume for sure.
Yeah, straight numbers are numbers, right? They don't lie.
Home sales in the province were 9.4% below the 5-year average and 5.8% below the 10-year average for April. Fredericton was down 4.4%, St. John down 8.3%, and Greater Moncton was down 10.5%. A steady flow of new listings means there's more inventory than usual.
There's more sellers getting into the market than buyers. And it's the first time that we see that in the last 5 or 6 years.
Gallant was predicting a stable market for 2026.
But because of rising prices, oil prices, uncertainty in the world, I know some of my clients said they were just going to wait on the sidelines and see what was going to play out.
Realtor Ryan Davison says there's 2 sides to the story.
Because we're in a balanced market, it's actually a very healthy place to be. I know that may sound a little strange, but it is true.
What's clear to both realtors is the housing boom experienced in the province during the pandemic is over.
You were selling by video, sight unseen purchases. Obviously, we've gotten away from that when we jump 5 years forward.
As far as home prices go in New Brunswick, even though fewer homes are selling, the price has remained relatively the same. Derek Haggett, CTV News, Moncton.
Thank you, Derek. Finally, this year's Sail GP event in Halifax is still weeks away, but it's already a success. The Racing League has announced the Formula One of sailing will return to the city in 2027. Next May, Halifax Harbour will again host the world's fastest catamarans. The international competition, including a list of countries racing at speeds of up to 100 kilometers an hour. Halifax was voted as best race venue when it first hosted the event back in 2024. And this year's race on the harbour is scheduled for the weekend of June 20th and the 21st. So if you missed it last year or you're ready to get back on the action, that is the date on the calendar that you want to mark down. It was so cool seeing this in person.
It was, okay. First of all, best race venue. Do you know where we go, where the Sail GP goes? Like the fanciest places in the world.
Dubai.
Yeah. Places all over Europe, the States, like, we're the best.
Yeah.
Let's just wear that for a moment. That's fantastic. Yay! Exciting. I love how, I know that our venue, the boats, whatever, I guess they're boats? Crafts,
the catamarans,
the craft, they get very close to the people.
I was just
dangerously close. Like the sailors are like, yeah, it's not easy, but that makes it exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was very exciting just being on the wharf watching them, and you appreciate just how fast they're going.
Oh, so fast. Okay, also fast going is our contest. Not that long left for you to win $20,000. Wake up and win with CTV Your Morning. We could pay your bills with 20 grand. That sounds pretty nice. So this is how you win. All you have to do is head to the contest page at ctvatlantic.ca or scan a QR code you'll see in a second. When you see that code or go to the contest page, just enter the word spend today along with a tiny little bit of info. It just takes a moment. You know this because you've been entering a lot, and we love this. So you can win 20 grand. Another code word tomorrow, and then, yeah, we'll soon be able to announce the winner of this fantastic contest. Maybe it's you.
Never know until you enter.
Exactly.
Okay, still ahead, we have your entertainment headlines on this Thursday morning. But before that, the forecast and the Move Morning Chat. Today we're asking, what's one little inconvenience that instantly throws off your entire day? We'll tell you ours, and we want to hear yours. That's coming up.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 6:42, taking a live look at the beautiful Peggy's Cove. We are seeing lots of sunshine early this morning, currently 13 degrees in your area, and sunshine will be sticking around for all three maritime provinces today, extending into parts of Newfoundland. As of right now, it is 11 in Halifax, 12 degrees over in Yarmouth, 8 degrees in Fredericton, as well as into Charlottetown, 1 degree currently in Happy Valley Goose Bay, and 5 into Corner Brook. Special weather statement now in place for parts of Labrador. Until Friday, we are expecting periods of snow at around 15 to 25 plus centimeters of accumulation. Wind gusts nearing 80 kilometers per hour. Also have a frost advisory now issued across New Brunswick, parts of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. As we see our lows cool down tonight, we could see patchy frost develop. Over to our forecast timeline. So keep in mind sun safety when heading out. We are still seeing the UV index track very high for all three maritime provinces. A bit of shower activity early this morning for parts of Newfoundland. Showers and or drizzle starting off the day. For parts of Labrador, looking at periods of snow and or a chance of flurries. Into the afternoon, we start to see those showers clear out for Newfoundland, leaving sunshine there as well. Clouds continue to clear out for the maritime region as well. And then into tonight, we see temperatures cool back down, taking us into Friday's forecast. Another sunny, beautiful day ahead, but cooler as well. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, we aren't seeing any for the maritime region because of the sunshine. But for Labrador, we're looking at around 2 to 10 centimeters of accumulation from now until early Friday morning. And for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for both Newfoundland and Labrador. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs definitely cooler, ranging from 10 to 16 degrees today. Lots of sunshine across the province. Wind picking up out of the northwest, 20 gusting to 40 kilometers per hour. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 10 to 13 degrees and mainly sunny skies, wind gusts of 50. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 7 to 16 degrees today, mainly sunny skies with wind gusts of 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same. We're going to see clouds clear out, lots of sunshine into the afternoon. Daytime highs will range from 13 to 17 and wind gusts of 40 as well. And then for Labrador City, 2 degrees for your daytime high, much cooler today. Scattered flurries expected throughout your day with 12 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. Showers and or drizzle will clear, leaving mainly sunny skies this afternoon. For a forecast on Friday, lots of sunshine remains in the forecast for much of Atlantic Canada. We do have periods of snow still tracking across much of Labrador. And then into our forecast for Saturday, much of the same. Lots of sunshine, but we are going to see a bit of a warm-up. It's going to range from seasonal to above seasonal for our daytime highs. Showers returning for parts of Newfoundland. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
Aaron and Peter from Move Mornings in Halifax join us for the Move Morning Chat. We all have good days, we have bad days, but sometimes there can be a little thing that can totally throw off your entire day. So, Peter, what is one little inconvenience that instantly throws off your day?
Well, I mean, it doesn't take much sometimes. And this has happened way too many times, quite frankly. I set an alarm on my phone, set several alarms on my phone. But the first one is a wake-up call at 4 o'clock, 4 a.m., and then another one at 4:10. So that works. I have it set Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Everything's good. I don't have to think about it again. And I don't, which means that this past Monday, when we had Victoria Day off, I still wasn't thinking about it when it went off at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that was after the half marathon the day before.
Yeah.
So let me just say, I was sleeping very soundly when that went off. It was such an inconvenience. I mean, obviously, it's a little thing, but it really did kind of throw off the rest of the day. I couldn't stop thinking about it. How silly could I have been not to have disabled that particular alarm?
It is a little inconvenience, and that is why we are having this conversation. Mine, in particular, I have a problem with laundry. I have a serious problem with my laundry and having my clothes ready for the morning to go to work. I have done this twice, just this week only, where it's before bed, you've got wet clothes in the washing machine, you do everything you're supposed to do. You put all your clothes in the dryer so that the next day, what you have that you want to wear to work in your head is going to be dry and clean. However, I put the clothes in the dryer. Do I push start ever? No. I never remember to press start. So I woke up twice this week, woke up, go to the dryer to get my nice, clean, dry clothes, and everything is soaking wet. Ruined my day immediately.
Oh, no, that would be awful. Both those instances, I see where you both are coming from.
Yeah.
That's brutal, especially if it gets stinky because it's wet and then you have to rewash it all again on top of it. Horrid. All right, for me these days, I have twin boys that are 2 years old. What throws off my day is the temper tantrum extravaganza. So if we have plans to be outside and about, we have things we need to get done. If they won't settle, we can't do anything. It's a shutdown for the day. We got to go home. We got to get them indoors to tame them. So I think for me, that's a big thing now, because if we have a list of things to do, then that means one parent is out and then the other one has to do it, which is usually this lady over here.
Oh my gosh, working mama.
It's understandable, obviously. They're two, but yeah, it'll throw the whole day off.
Absolutely. You have plans and you're like, sorry, not coming out, not going.
No, can't.
Yeah. The one thing I say, and I'll probably say it's about tech, it's when you think that you're charging a device and it actually didn't charge.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I find that super inconvenient. There is something going on, and I should fix it, with where I charge my cell phone at night. It's next to my bed. It's kind of connected to our alarm clock, and for some reason, some mornings I wake up and it's not charged. And it's my work phone and it's not fully charged. And it's just so inconvenient. Or if you think your AirPods are charged and you're going to go exercise, go out for a walk, maybe you want to listen to an audiobook around the house and they're not charged. It's just like, how could I have been so silly? How could a past Amanda have done this to future Amanda?
Right.
All right, we're going to charge the old batteries now and take a little break. We're asking you, what is one little inconvenience that instantly throws off your entire day? Maybe you forgot to turn that alarm off. Maybe you forgot to turn it on. Let us know, and we will share your answers a little later.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:53. We're going to head over to Hollywood and take a look at those entertainment headlines.
We don't have that.
Quinta Brunson is readying her next role. Representatives for the Abbott Elementary creator say Brunson is developing and will star in a new film about Betty Boop. It'll be the first movie featuring the animated icon in nearly a century.
Welcome to America, amigo. Greatest country on the planet.
Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, is turning 20, and to celebrate, the film is being re-released in theaters. The NASCAR racing comedy starring Will Ferrell will make its big screen return for 3 nights starting on June 28th.
I'm driving a car!
Netflix has released its first trailer for Little Brother. The new comedy, led by John Cena and Eric Andre, follows a powerful real estate agent whose life is thrown into chaos when his little brother re-enters the picture. It's set for release on June 26th.
My dearest, my dearest.
And happy birthday to Grammy Award winner and Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Ronald Isley of the Isley Brothers. He turns 85 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News.
We are pumped because it's Fuel Day. I'm joined by Bev Masterman, who is a district manager here at Circle K. Tell us more about this year's Fuel Day, Bev.
So this year, it's today, Thursday, May 21st. A little bit different this year. We're running an hour longer. It's going to be 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. to give all those commuters coming home from work time to pop in and get their fuel, saving 10 cents a liter.
10 cents a liter off. Okay, that's incredible. So 3 to 7 today. You're going to be lined up around the block. We got the trucks, everybody already starting to get ready to hover around for their opportunity. So 10 cents off, an hour longer this year. Yep. That's significant. Why is Fuel Day so important?
It's a way that we at Circle K can give back to the community. Everybody knows the economic times we're in. You know, people are trying to make their dollars go further every day. And this is just one way we can do that to help our communities. We're across Atlantic Canada, here in the Maritimes with a very strong presence, and yeah, we just want to do what we can to help our consumers.
Well, it's definitely appreciated, and now more than ever. And one more thing I want you to tell our viewers about is this little booklet.
So when you come in today, you are going to be given a coupon book that will save you on other items after the initial 10 cents off a liter that you're going to get at the pumps today. There's further fuel savings, 5-cent coupons, 2 of them. There's a free small coffee, a free car wash at our participating locations, and then there's some goodies, a free cookie, some candies, a froster. So it's goodies and gas.
I love it. Okay, wonderful stuff. All right, we're here all morning long, so we'll pop in a little bit later and tell you more about some of the specials going on today for Fuel Day.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast now for New Brunswick. 15 degrees is your daytime high, mainly sunny skies. Sunshine continues to end off the work week on Friday with a high of 16, warming back up seasonal to 20 on Saturday with sunshine. For Nova Scotia, looking at 16 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. Clouds will clear out this afternoon. 15 degrees on Friday, looking at increasing cloudiness, but still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. 17 on Saturday with sunshine yet again. Prince Edward Island, 12 degrees with mainly sunny skies today. Sunshine continues to end off the work week on Friday with a high of 13, 14 on Saturday with sunny skies.
It's Thursday, May 21st. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the Maritimers traveling outside the region for mammograms. We'll share one woman's story just ahead in your news headlines.
And it's a good day to fill up. Today is Circle K Fuel Day. We'll check it out, grab some snacks, and let you know how you can save some money. That's coming up in this half hour on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7 o'clock, May 21st, nearing the end of the work week.
Yes, it is.
Shirley.
It is.
Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
Oh my gosh.
Airplane.
The airplane. You guys have seen that?
Oh yeah. So funny.
So funny. It really, in many ways, the humor never ends. Okay. I actually, this is maybe a hot take, but I find that short weeks feel long because you've got to jam so much in.
It's so true. And almost maybe sometimes you think about it too much, I wonder. Like, I'm like, okay, it's a short week, it's a short week. And then you realize, no, it actually can feel pretty long.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying to Crystal earlier, I was like, I'm at the point of the week where I'm like, what day is it? Why is it still the week?
Well, and what month is it? Because the weather is really hot, and then it's not, and la 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 la. It's just, well, you know what? It's not boring. It is definitely not boring these days. Where's this?
That's in Windsor. That's like the Trigo or treetop. Have you ever done it? It
No.
is so much fun. Wear bug spray though, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard the black flies can be a little nasty in certain parts of the region.
Oh, the bugs are back. Definitely.
Feeds the
Sign
birds.
of the times. Yeah.
Feeds the birds.
Well, we are seeing lots of sunshine stick around into the weekend as well. So for the Maritime region, beautiful sunny day ahead. A bit cooler starting off your day though, as we see temperatures moderate and become cooler for even our daytime highs. 8 degrees right now in Fredericton and Charlottetown, 11 in Halifax with 12 in Yarmouth, 3 degrees in Cartwright, and 6 into St. Anthony. Here's a look at the UV index. Keep in mind sun safety because we are still seeing the UV index track high to very high for the Maritime region. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, it is taking a bit of a dip due to active weather, but still tracking low to very high throughout your day. A special weather statement now in place for parts of Labrador. We are seeing periods of snow there until Friday. And we also have a frost advisory return for New Brunswick and parts of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. Over to our satellite and radar. Showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of Newfoundland will clear, leaving sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada today. We do have periods of snow, a chance of flurries across Labrador. Over to the current wind in the forecast. Out of the northwest, helping to cool things down. 48 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape. 30 into Edmonton, 37 in Canso, 33 in Charlottetown. Wind gusts of 59 kilometers per hour into North Cape, 50 in Charlottetown with 44 in Edmonton and 43 in Bathurst. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
A wildfire in Queens County, Nova Scotia is now being held. The province issued that update just before 9 o'clock last night, saying no further updates would be issued until later this morning. The fire grew to 3 hectares in the East Port Liberté area. It forced nearby Thomas Riddell Provincial Park to close. The province used its new fixed-wing air tankers, along with other aircraft, ground crews, and local volunteer firefighters to battle the blaze. Meantime, a family home has been significantly damaged after a fire in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. It started just before 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on Lacewood Drive in Kentville. It started in a truck and then spread to the home. 2 people escaped unharmed. Kentville firefighters say conditions were extreme while working in those high temperatures. Police in Halifax are investigating a hit and run after a vehicle struck an 11-year-old boy in a Bedford crosswalk. Police are looking for the driver who they say left the scene. It happened at the Larry Utek roundabout just after 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. Police say the driver briefly stopped, then drove away. The boy, fortunately, was not hurt. Police now looking for the driver of this gray Toyota Corolla. They are asking anyone with information to contact police. In his State of the Municipality address, Halifax Mayor Andy Fillmore says the city is facing a defining moment.
Halifax is full of those mismatches right now. People who can't afford a home, people who can't get to work, people who can't get a permit through. Not because anyone is trying to stop them, but because the systems weren't built for a city growing at this scale and at this speed.
Speaking to a crowd of politicians, business leaders, and developers, Fillmore repeated his 3 priorities from last year: housing, mobility, and affordability, before adding a 4th, ensuring the city's infrastructure is ready, citing Halifax Water as an example.
If we're not able to house the people that would like to call Halifax home, then we're in a way quietly asking them to leave. So building enough homes fast enough, that's a major challenge.
Fillmore argued faster permits and approvals, more ready-to-build land, and additional affordable housing are needed. He was also the guest on CTV News at 6 last night with Todd Battis. You can find that interview on our website, ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Well, yesterday, we brought you a story that offered a glimpse of how long Maritimers are waiting to have a mammogram. The extensive wait times for basic screenings has some women looking outside of Atlantic Canada for help. CTV's Vanessa Wright has one woman's story.
Hey, it's days like these Lori Savory is able to fully enjoy. Back in October, she was given a referral to get a mammogram after she noticed a lump in her left breast.
But the appointment for the diagnostic mammogram wasn't until late January of 2026. So I was going to have to wait from early October 2025 until late January 2026 before I even knew if there was a problem.
That's when she went on Facebook and saw people traveling outside the province for a mammogram. So during a trip to Toronto in November, she found a private clinic. Within 2 hours, she received multiple mammograms, and within 24 hours, she got her results.
I found out that there was nothing there, no problem, no need to worry, no need to be concerned, no cancer.
It cost her $400 out of pocket, but she says a small price to pay for peace of mind.
I needed to save myself months of stress. I've had friends and family members who've had breast cancer, some of whom passed away. And I knew I wouldn't be able to take that stress for that long.
It's a reality more Nova Scotians are facing as wait times for screening mammograms are well over a year in the Halifax area.
Mammograms are a basic. You can self-refer. It's routine. There's recommended guidelines, and it takes over a year to get an appointment. It's just unexcusable.
Nova Scotia's health minister wasn't available for an interview, but told CTV News in a statement the workforce shortage is the most significant factor impacting wait times.
Whatever the reason is, whether it's workforce, whether it's diagnostics, whether it's machinery and infrastructure, it needs to be addressed.
The Canadian Cancer Society says it's time to look at creative solutions.
For example, creating a school for medical radiology at Dalhousie University. We are also looking at other provinces and territories of their approaches. And so is there ways that we can share our resources differently? Is there a way of delivering care differently?
After getting her results, Savory decided to give up her January mammogram appointment to the next person.
Hopefully by me taking that step, somebody else then who couldn't take that step had an opportunity to get there sooner.
Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Vanessa. Researchers from Nova Scotia and Alberta have found a troubling number of post-secondary students are struggling to find a place to live while studying.
Couch surfing, sleeping in 24-hour student buildings, staying in their cars, or just sleeping in very precarious housing situations where at any point their housing could be removed from them.
Recently, I met a student who came to my office hours, and they said to me that they've spent 2 nights in the university. They didn't eat anything for 4 days because of the problem of economical problem.
The National Study on Student Homelessness found 40% of students across the country experience hidden homelessness. Reasons vary from domestic violence to an inability to afford rent, coupled with daily expenses. In Halifax, Dal Student Union is encouraging any students who might be struggling to come forward because there are resources that can help. Finally, the Montreal Victoire have made history, becoming the first Canadian team to be crowned PWHL champions. This coming after they defeated the Ottawa Charge in a dominating performance in Game 4 of the Championship Series Wednesday night.
Won't be enough, though, as Abby Rock pulls it out. Short-handed. Rock end-to-end. All the way to the backhand. What a goal! Abby Rock!
Montreal took over in the third period, blowing out Ottawa 4-0 and winning the series 3-1. And this marks Montreal's first win of the PWHL Walter Cup. Congratulations, Montreal.
Very exciting.
Team to claim it.
Wow. Super exciting. Also, the Victoire wins for, I love the uniforms, best uniforms in my humble opinion. Really like the logo, love the colors.
Champions all around, right?
Yeah, a winning team. Okay. Let's remind you about the contest, everybody. If you haven't entered, now is the chance to do so. Wake up and win with CTV Your Morning. We could pay your bills with a massive $20,000. No string attached. We just show up with a big bag of money. It's probably more of a digital thing, but you know what? We can work out the details if you win. So how to do so, simply go to our website on the contest page or use this QR code. Enter the word spend along with a little more information. You'll be entered to win. Spend is the word for the day. That's your chance to win today, another chance to win tomorrow. tomorrow. And then we got 1 week of the contest after this.
Look at that.
And you'll want to have another peek at the weather as well. Latavia has the Thursday forecast, more layers today, but look at the views that we are getting now.
Is this Botanic again?
Yeah, of course.
You don't quit, Botanic. You just don't quit with the beauty.
No matter the time of year, too. Okay, Breton, your forecast is up next.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 7:14. Taking a live look at a beautiful sunny start to the day over in Meat Cove. 6 degrees in your area right now, so a bit cool to start, but we are going to see temperatures rise a little bit later on. Still remaining seasonal to below seasonal for much of our daytime highs. 11 degrees right now in Halifax, 8 in Sydney and Charlottetown, as well as into Fredericton. 1 starting off your day in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 6 degrees over in Corner Brook. A special weather statement is now in place for parts of Labrador. Until Friday, we are expecting periods of snow at around 15 to 25 plus centimeters and wind gusts nearing 80 kilometers per hour. A frost advisory also issued across New Brunswick, much of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. Temperatures will start to cool down and we will be seeing patchy frost develop. Over to our forecast timeline. Lots of sunshine remains as high pressure remains in place for much of Atlantic Canada. We do have a bit of active weather in the forecast as well, though. Showers and or drizzle for parts of Newfoundland will clear into the afternoon, leaving sunshine for much of the province. For Labrador, though, looking at periods of snow, a chance of flurries on and off throughout your day today for parts of the province. For the Maritime region, temperatures are cooling down. We see this northwest wind bring in this cold front, helping to cool things down. So temperatures will moderate, become quite low into our overnight hours. That is why we are seeing frost advisories in effect. Taking us into Friday's forecast, lots of sunshine remains as we end off the work week, and we are going to see temperatures slowly begin to rise back into the weekend. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, only seeing around 2 to 10 centimeters of accumulation for parts of Labrador. And then for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Lots of sunshine across the province today with daytime highs between 10 to 16 degrees. Wind gusts picking up to 40 kilometers per hour for Prince Edward Island. Highs between 10 to 13. Mainly sunny skies today with wind gusts of 50. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs cooler as well. 7 to 16 degrees today, and that sunshine extending right across the province with highs between 13 to 17 and wind gusts of 40. Labrador City looking at a chance of scattered flurries throughout your day with a high of 2 degrees with 14 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Looking at some showers and or drizzle early on. That will clear out, leaving mainly sunny skies this afternoon. Friday's forecast, as I mentioned, we're still going to see sunshine, dry conditions for the Maritime region. And then for our forecast into Saturday, much of the same. Temperatures will warm up a bit, though, remaining seasonal to above seasonal for our daytime highs. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell.
This is your Campfire Conditions Report brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends. Much of the province of New Brunswick is restricted to the hours of 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. for campfires and Category 1 burning, the exception being some of the northernmost counties, Restigouche and Gloucester counties, where they are currently open. And for the province of Nova Scotia, campfires and Category 1 burning restricted to the hours of 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. for the mainland, but permitted between 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. for Cape Breton. And for the province of Prince Edward Island, it is currently closed to domestic brush burning, but campfires are permitted. Remember, these provincial restrictions are valid until 2 p.m. on May 21st.
Thank you, Kaylin. Look at news across the country now. In Ontario, 1 person is in hospital and being tested for Ebola and other infectious diseases after recently returning from East Africa, which is grappling with an Ebola outbreak.
Global Affairs Canada is not aware of any Canadians affected by the Ebola virus outbreak in the DRC or Uganda. Consular officials are standing ready to provide assistance to those who are requesting it.
There are currently no confirmed cases in this country. The WHO says a potential vaccine is at least 6 months away. The outbreak has led to 139 deaths and more than 600 suspected cases. There's been a recent rise in complaints from consumers over grocery stores stretching the truth about Canadian products. It's a tactic known as maple washing. CTV's Abigail Beeman explains.
But you tend to look
for origin on what you buy?
Yes, I do. I try to get Canadian.
Trade tensions with the U.S. have many shoppers looking to buy Canadian, and they aren't happy about maple washing, the idea of marketing a product as Canadian when it may not be.
It's not fair. It's not right. I want to know where it's coming from.
People are trying to sort of vote with their dollars when it comes to what they want international policy to be.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says complaints are on the rise, 400 since early 2025 when the U.S. trade war heated up.
We need stronger penalties. We need greater enforcement. As well, some kind of a certification mechanism would help.
Not all products at Canadian grocery stores are even required to have their country of origin listed. There's no official logo for Made in Canada, and according to the CFIA's own website, a maple leaf on a product doesn't necessarily mean it's Canadian.
Classic situations of false representations or misleading advertising.
Joey Zukran is one of the lawyers behind a yet-to-be-certified class action lawsuit taking aim at a string of stores with examples like a maple leaf beside a can of soup that says product of USA and tomatoes advertised as a product of Canada when the package says product of Mexico.
The allegations in the lawsuit are clear that this was done to attract or touch on the sensitivity that many Canadians have shopping, especially in these times.
Of the big retailers, only Sobeys and Loblaw responded to a CTV News request by deadline. Both acknowledged some isolated incidents they say they worked quickly to fix. Loblaw companies were slapped with 2 of the 7 fines the CFIA handed out.
CTV's Abigail Beeman reporting in Ottawa. Back here in Atlantic Canada, a memorial that's seen its share of drama finally got a triumphant comeback exactly 94 years after an aviation pioneer took off from Newfoundland on a solo journey across the Atlantic. Here's CTV's Garrett Berry.
With fanfare and a flyover, Amelia Earhart returned to Harbour Grace this morning. As a statue, yes, but also with an impersonator who dropped in on a celebration to mark the statue's return.
The second we get a connection and something that kind of puts us on the map, it creates connection, and we're a very strong community.
This bizarre saga saw the statue stolen last April, only to be recovered by police in the woods 3 months later. It appeared it was somewhat carefully cut into pieces. The rebuild was unveiled to the public today.
There's so many rumors that she was here, she was there, she was thrown away in the water. But at the end of the day, there's impeded under justice, and they located her. We got her back.
Clearly, there's a lot of pride here in Harbour Grace. This is the town where Amelia Earhart started her famous non-stop transatlantic flight. It's a piece of world history right here at home. The statue unveiling was streamed into this watch party, met with a standing ovation. It still inspires, according to veteran airline pilot Kim Windsor.
I always point out to, do you know what happened there? So, and when I do, everyone is just like, wow, like they just can't believe it. So it's just, like I said earlier, it's a magical place, and it just means so much to me.
There have been a few more security measures added to this site, lights and cameras to hopefully ensure Amelia Earhart stays put going forward. Garrett Berry, CTV News in Harbour Grace, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Thank you, Garrett. Another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we will join Crystal with our partners at Circle K. That's coming up on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
We are at Circle K in Bedford. I'm joined again by Bev Masterman, District Manager. We're excited about Fuel Day because, first of all, remind people what's happening today.
Today, Thursday, May 21st, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., you will save 10 cents per liter on your fuel right at the pumps. Don't need a coupon or anything else. It's going to be reduced right at the pumps. Just due to Nova Scotia regulations, it is a maximum of 100 liters.
Okay.
But,
that's
but
amazing.
Other than that, it is amazing. It's an amazing savings, great way for us to help our communities.
A dime off a liter. That is going to add up quick. That's wonderful news. Okay, so Fuel Day is today, 3 to 7. But beyond Fuel Day, tell us about what you have in store for the summer.
So we have a promotion starting next week, Tuesday, May 26th, that will be Fuel Your Summer Sweepstakes. Customers will have a chance to come in, scan a QR code and get a chance to win $450 gift cards.
Okay.
Now that promotion's going to run pretty much all summer from May 26th to July 20th.
That's fantastic. So $450, just think how you could spend it. Gas, hot dogs.
Yeah, Froster, Polar Pop,
Oh my
coffee.
gosh. You're speaking my language. You have the best, freshest coffee here at Circle K. I actually make a special point of popping in whenever I can.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we've partnered here at this location in Bedford. They're only at select locations where we have the second cup offering.
That's true.
That's been a great, great partnership. You know, we'd love to see it spread to more of our locations. But yeah, it's definitely been a great partnership for us with Second Cup.
I'll tell you from experience, though, even the non-second cup locations, the coffee, chef's kiss.
It is. It's because it's freshly ground beans.
Yes.
Every cup of coffee, when you use our machines, they grind the beans at the time your coffee's made, gives that nice little froth on the top. It also gives you the opportunity to get those specialty coffees, those cappuccinos, those lattes, those mochachinos.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as well.
And if the sound of a free coffee sounds good to you, well, wait till you see what's in the coupon book. That's our next stop after this.
Just ahead in this half hour, could your garden use a few more plants? We will speak with the folks from the Fredericton Botanic Garden about their upcoming and very popular spring plant sale and how you can support the garden itself. That's coming up in the next 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Almost 7:32 on this Thursday, May 21st. Today's Fuel Day. Big deal. Big deal, 3 to 7 at Circle K locations. And this is a coupon book. So I'm going to give you each. This is a little gift from Circle K to you.
Oh, I thank you.
Yeah, I always keep one of these in the car. You can pick these up at the store today, but there's little coupons in there for you can get 5 cents off gas at your leisure until the promo ends. So like today's Fuel Day, the 10 cents off at the pumps between 3 and 7. Yeah. But these last until, what's the date on this? Let me just grab my old reading glasses. What's the
July
date?
21st.
There you go. So July 21st. These all summer long. So in the past, like literally, I've just kept this in the car. I've ripped out the free coffee coupon and got the free coffee. So
free car wash.
Yeah. So just anyway, this is a gift that keeps on giving. So those. Get those a little bit later on at Circle K's.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Love that. Nothing like getting the car all nice and shiny. So when that big bright sun is shining on your vehicle, it looks extra good.
Exactly.
I'm going to use this.
You will. You actually will. Yeah, I know.
will.
And summer vibes with the weather, at least yesterday. Today is just, I guess, is changing.
Yes, you know what? We're still holding on to that sunshine into the weekend as well. So we are going to see beautiful sunshine sticking around. Temperatures are cooling back down, though. So not what we saw yesterday, record-breaking daytime highs. Now it's cooling down, moderate. Here's our look at Digby. As you can see here, sunshine starting off your day. Clouds will continue to clear out for the Maritime region, so lots of sunshine throughout your day today for all 3 Maritime provinces. 8 degrees right now in Fredericton, as well as into Charlottetown and Sydney, 11 in Halifax, 2 degrees over in Cartwright, and 8 degrees in Gander. Here's a look at the UV index. Not as high as yesterday, but still tracking high to very high for the Maritime region. So keep in mind sun safety when heading out. Even over in Newfoundland and Labrador, currently tracking low to very high throughout your day. In terms of our watches and warnings, we do have a special weather statement now in place for parts of Labrador. We are seeing periods of snow until Friday, as well as a frost advisory in effect across New Brunswick, parts of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning as we see those temperatures come down. Look at our satellite and radar. As I mentioned, a ridge of high pressure bringing sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada. A chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of Newfoundland. That will clear as well. You will be seeing sunshine. And then for Labrador, looking at periods of snow and a chance of flurries. Here's a look at our current wind forecast. As of right now, it's breezy. It's going to remain so across all 3 Maritime provinces. 44 kilometers per hour in North Cape. We're looking at 30 into Fredericton and Lunenburg, 24 in Sydney. Wind gusts getting up to 41 kilometers per hour right now in Charlottetown, 44 in Edmonton, 39 in Lunenburg. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. A wildfire in Queens County, Nova Scotia. It's now being held. The province issued that update just before 9 last night, saying no further updates would be coming until later this morning. The fire grew to 3 hectares in the East Port Libert area. It did force nearby Thomas Riddell Provincial Park to close. The province used its new fixed-wing air tankers along with other aircraft, ground crews and local volunteer firefighters to battle the blaze. And the family home has been significantly damaged after a fire in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. The fire started just before 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on Lacewood Drive in Kentville. It started in a truck and spread to the home. 2 people escaped unharmed. Kentville firefighters say conditions were extreme while working in those high temperatures. Police in Halifax investigating a hit and run after a vehicle struck an 11-year-old boy in a Bedford crosswalk. Police are looking for the driver who they say left the scene. It happened at the Larry Utek roundabout just after 8 a.m. Tuesday. Police say the driver briefly stopped, then drove off. The boy was not hurt. Police now looking for the driver of this gray Toyota Corolla. They're asking anyone with information to contact them. After years of rising costs, champions of the new Performing Arts Centre in downtown Fredericton say the building's budget is finally holding steady.
We've got another year to go, and there's a lot of work to do, but we're meeting our milestones. We're watching it very carefully. There's a lot of people with a lot of eyeballs on the project.
The executive director of the Fredericton Playhouse told City Council Tuesday night that the new Arts Centre is now 44% complete. The last update given in early 2025 saw the building's budget climb from $81.7 million to $111.2 million. 18 months later, that figure has not changed. It has remained steady. The new centre will have 2 stages and is scheduled to open in early fall 2027. The college and university school year is wrapping up around the region, but for post-secondary students, academics is the least of their concern. Researchers from Nova Scotia and Alberta have found a troubling number of students are struggling to find a place to live while studying. CTV's Emma Convey has more.
As students head to class and meet up with friends, for some, there's a reality few can see: homelessness.
Couch surfing, sleeping in 24-hour student buildings, staying in their cars, or just sleeping in very precarious housing situations where at any point their housing could be removed from them.
Emily Berg is a lead research associate for a national study on student homelessness. They found 40% of students across Canada experience hidden homelessness.
About 32% of students in Nova Scotia were experiencing that hidden homelessness. 32% of students also said they were at risk of homelessness, so at any given point they could lose their housing.
Reasons vary from domestic violence to an inability to afford rent, coupled with daily expenses.
Way too expensive. It's way too expensive.
Cost of tuition, plus the fact that you have to try and find somewhere in Halifax, which is one of the highest rates of rent in the entire country. I would not be shocked about couch surfing. I've considered couch surfing instead of paying my rent.
The survey also shed light on the mental health cost of being homeless.
They had to worry about school. They had to worry about where their next meal was coming from. A lot of the students, specifically at Nova Scotia, about 50% of the students out east were accessing the food bank while experiencing their homelessness.
The Dalhousie Student Union says this is a common issue they see, and students aren't able to participate socially, economically, or professionally if they're struggling with basic needs.
Recently, I met a student who came to my office hours, and they said to me that they've spent 2 nights in the university. They didn't eat anything for 4 days because of the problem of economical problem.
Students are encouraged to come forward as there are resources to help. Emma Convey, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Emma. Finally, a wild burglar broke into a house in Quebec. Wait till you see it. It was a big surprise for those who were home at the time. Yeah, this is the alleged suspect. A moose broke through a window to get inside. Yeah, the animal could be seen standing taller than the furniture. And it did eventually get out, but not before breaking a few more things.
Oh, no.
Around the house. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine?
What a beautiful home, too.
Right? Beautiful, beautiful home. I mean, that's probably why the moose came on in.
It's a moose with style.
Yeah, moose with
I love what you've done with the place. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm just so clumsy.
Oh, sorry. What about minor inconvenience?
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, I bet that really threw off their days. So brings us to the Moon Morning Chat.
It does, yeah. Why don't you tell us all about it, Amanda?
Yeah, well, we're asking if there's, what's one little inconvenience that can instantly throw off your day? Is it a moose entering your house?
I hate when that happens. I'd love to see the moose, but it is a mess.
Yeah, to all of our non-Canadian viewers watching, that is a Canadian problem. Yeah. So let us know what you had to say. Crystal, what's yours?
Oh gosh, if I forget coffee or cream in the morning for my coffee, it throws off my whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that one yesterday. If I don't have a coffee in the morning, like if I go or something, I forgot to buy coffee, I'm like...
Or there's no cream.
Yes, or there's cream.
If there's no coffee, that'll throw me off. Anywho, this is something that keeps me on track. It's a chance to give away stuff. It is fun to make other people happy. So this is the Kent Big Bucket giveaway for May. It's a good one. If you'd like to be relaxing on some brand new Era Home patio furniture, then this month's Kent Big Bucket giveaway is for you. You could win a $1,500 gift certificate to spend on any of the gorgeous pieces available, perfect for hanging out on the deck or in your backyard. So to enter to win, head to ctvatlantic.ca. The winner will be announced next Friday, May 29th. Good luck to you.
Oh my gosh, they have some good selection there too.
They do.
They really do.
Said to my husband, I said, you know, they have some really nice patio tables right now. And he goes,
You do have to, I highly recommend going sooner rather than later because it sells out and then it's gone.
It does, and then it's gone for the season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So do we have some patio weather? A little cooler today than how hot it was yesterday. Latavia's got those details. And also some frost warnings in place too, which is good to know if you have some plants outside. And if you have a green thumb, listen up. We're going to chat with the Fredericton Botanic Garden about their upcoming spring plant sale. Those details just ahead.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7:45. We're taking a live look at Halifax. 11 degrees starting off your day. Lots of sunshine will remain throughout the day as well. So keep sun safety in mind as the UV index is still tracking very high for much of the Maritime region. 8 degrees right now in Fredericton, starting off your day in Charlottetown and Sydney as well. Cooler in Labrador City at -3 and 6 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a special weather statement currently issued for parts of Labrador until Friday as we have periods of snow at around 15 to 25 plus centimeters of accumulation. Wind gusts will near 80 kilometers per hour. A frost advisory now in place as well across New Brunswick, much of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. As we see these temperatures come down, those lows for tonight will be quite cool. Over to our forecast timeline. Lots of sunshine for the Maritime region, parts of Newfoundland, as we're still under this ridge of high pressure over the next few days. We are seeing showers and or drizzle for parts of Newfoundland early on. That will clear out, leaving sunshine for much of the province. And then for Labrador, we're looking at periods of snow, chance of flurries throughout your day today for parts of the province at least. Into tonight, temperatures cool back down yet again for our daytime highs. Not going to be what we saw yesterday, going to remain below seasonal for the most part and really cool tonight. That takes us into Friday's forecast. Sunny skies yet again for all three Maritime provinces. Newfoundland also going to see lots of sunshine. If you're wondering about our snowfall totals, looking at around 2 to 10 centimeters to start for parts of Labrador. And then for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. Lots of sunshine remains in the forecast for New Brunswick today, although cooler. Daytime highs will range from 10 to 16 degrees. We will be seeing clouds clear out into the afternoon. Wind picking up throughout the day out of the northwest, 20 gusting to 40. That's helping to cool things down across the region. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 10 to 13, mainly sunny skies with wind gusts of 50. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 7 to 16 degrees today. And sunshine will continue right across the province today with highs between 13 to 17 and looking at clouds clearing out into the afternoon. For Labrador City, looking at a high of only 2 degrees today with scattered flurries throughout your day. 14 for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at showers and or drizzle. That will clear out, sunshine expected into the afternoon. So for Friday, we are going to see temperatures still remaining seasonal to below seasonal for much of our daytime highs. Snow across much of Labrador. And then into our forecast for Saturday, sunshine returns and temperatures will be warming up, Crystal.
It's 7:48, and we're calling all green thumbs out there. The Fredericton Botanic Garden is hosting its annual plant sale this weekend. From perennials to annuals, it's a chance to buy, peruse, and get a look at more than 5,000 plants while also supporting the nonprofit organization and garden space. Joining us from Fredericton is Master Gardener Heather Connors-Dunphy. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
So for anybody who hasn't been, tell us more about this annual plant sale.
Our annual plant sale is a main fundraiser for the garden, and we bring in plant material and we grow plant material, and our members donate plant material. So we have a combination of all of those three at our sale. And usually most plant lovers, I think, or gardeners will find something there that will interest them, whether it's vegetables or a new patch of rhubarb or a perennial that they haven't seen before, or a native plant. There's always something to catch people's interest.
I would say, what a wonderful opportunity this is. I bet this is really popular. Do people line up to get first dibs on the plants?
They do. Plus, we have an online sale, and today is the first day of the online sale for the public. And that's usually pretty busy too.
Yeah, okay, wonderful. So you say this is the main fundraiser for the garden. Where does the money go? What do you use it for?
We use it to basically to maintain the garden and to grow the garden, because I think you can appreciate in the wintertime, for instance, a lot of times we will lose plants. So we have to replace that. We want to build new gardens. We want to enhance the spaces that we have. So that's where the money goes, plus into some wages and things like that. So a garden can't be run without a lot of labor, shall we say.
Oh, I can only imagine. Personally, it's on my bucket list to visit your botanic garden, but I've never been. For people like myself, describe what kinds of things you can experience at your botanic garden.
We have about 20 themed gardens, and they sort of range across the seasons. Right now, the thing that's beginning to bloom is our peony garden.
Wow.
And we have 4 different varieties of peonies in there, types of peonies, I should say. And shortly after that, we have a garden which is called Hal's Garden. It's in memory of one of our founding members. And it's all primula, and that's hostas, that sort of thing. It's very much a woodland and shade garden. And then after that, we have quite a large rhododendron garden. So our gardens kind of follow the seasons. And as we get later into the year, we have a large daylily bed and garden. So the gardens kind of follow the seasons, and there's always, I shouldn't say always, but generally always something blooming. We also have a garden space which is called the literature garden, and most of the material in there is either mentioned in a book or a poem or something written by a New Brunswicker. So it's always of interest to those people. And in that garden, or near that garden, we have a little free library, which is the poetry book library.
Well, it sounds like really a very special place to visit. I hope to get there this summer at least once. Where can people go for more information about the sale? You said there's an online auction component as well, and people may want the details.
There's the online catalog. If you go to frederictonbotanicgarden.com, you can find the sale catalog in there. And as of this morning, it's open for the public.
Perfect. All right, we'll put that information on our website. Thank you, Heather, and congratulations to you and everybody at the Fredericton Botanic Garden on all the good work you do.
Thank you. And if you're in Fredericton, call us or text us, and we will gladly give you a tour.
Perfect. That will happen. All right, now we've got to move things over to Amanda for health and medical news.
Thank you, ladies. Hopefully the weather is good for that event this weekend. Health and medical news now. A children's bathrobe is being recalled in this country due to a flammability concern. More details in Your Health. Health Canada says the recall involves the Deux Par Deux plush glow-in-the-dark bathrobes in dinosaur and unicorn prints. Health Canada warns that loose-fitting children's sleepwear can more easily come into contact with ignition sources like stove elements, candles, and matches. Once ignited, the garments can burn rapidly and potentially cause severe burns over large areas of a child's body. Nearly 300 of the bathrobes were sold in this country since last July. There haven't been any reported incidents or injuries in Canada. Jell-O is jiggling its way toward more natural ingredients. It's getting a line of products made without synthetic colors or artificial sweeteners to meet increasing consumer demand for natural ingredients. Kraft Heinz calls it Jell-O Simply, a line of pre-made gelatin it says is made with fruit and vegetable juice and has 25% less sugar than its regular Jell-O. The range comes in 3 flavors, with more to come. The company pledged last year to remove artificial dyes from its U.S. products by 2027.
We just have one milestone to pass along for you today. It's a 60th anniversary for Boyd and Nellie Caldwell of Garland's Crossing, Nova Scotia.
Oh my goodness, congratulations on 60 years, and I'll have a corner piece, please.
Absolutely. Happy anniversary. To see your milestone again or to find out how to submit one, you can visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder, milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance. Many people in our region will be headed to Montreal this weekend. And not only is the city in the midst of all the hockey buzz, but the Canadian Grand Prix is set to roll.
Yes, organizers say the experience will be bigger and better than ever for race fans. CTV's Swida Rassi takes us behind the scenes.
The transformation happens every year, turning Circuit Gilles Villeneuve from a public park into a circuit fit for Formula One. And with the Canadian climate, that's no easy task.
Because we're the only Grand Prix that gets built during a winter climate. And this winter has been particularly rough for us. But with the great partnership that we have with the park and the city of Montreal, we were able to start some of our build in the fall, which is ultimately what saved us.
Sandrine Garneau is a chief operating officer for the Canadian Grand Prix. She says it takes 5,000 workers and volunteers to pull it all off.
Everything else, from the fencing, from the grandstands, the hospitalities, the platforms, all of those are 100% temporary. We have 17 kilometers of fencing that goes on at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. We also have 200,000 square feet of structures that are built off of scaffolding.
For the first time ever, organizers are combining the race weekend into a festival experience with big names coming to town.
This year, we concentrated a lot on fan experiences. One of the biggest, newest aspects that we have is the CGV experience. So you have F1 experience by day, and then you have concerts at night. We have a full Canadian lineup with Simple Plan on the Friday, Bryan Adams on the Saturday, Alicia Cara and the Beaches on Sunday.
A 9th consecutive Canadian.
Last year, more than 350,000 fans were at the track over the course of the weekend. And this year, they're expecting even more. And to handle the crowds, they've added more elite suites.
And the fans, they always embrace Formula One. Like, the city comes completely alive during F1, which is absolutely wonderful. This year, lucky enough, we also have the halves that are going on at the same time, which is going to make for an absolutely effervescent weekend. It's going to be completely wild.
And it all happens this weekend. Swida Rassi, CTV News.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast, another sunny day ahead in New Brunswick with a high of 15, 16 degrees on Friday. Into the weekend, warming back up seasonal to 20. For Nova Scotia, looking at 16 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. Clouds will clear out this afternoon. 15 degrees on Friday. Lots of sunshine remains in the forecast, warming up to 17 on Saturday. And then for Prince Edward Island, 12 degrees with mainly sunny skies, 13 on Friday, and on Saturday, 14 with sunshine across the island yet again.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Thursday, May 21st, today on Your Morning Atlantic. Details on the Maritimers having to travel outside the region for Mammogram. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And Villain, the Nova Scotia author behind the 2020 novel Hench, returns with a sequel. We'll speak with Natalie Zena-Walshotz in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Hi, good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. Looking forward to that conversation with Natalie later this half hour. I have the book Hench. I haven't read it yet. And it's on my list, and I have the book at home. And now there's a sequel.
Yeah. Really, eh?
Yeah, she's talking about the sequel to it. So it sounds like a really funny book. It's like about an assistant to supervillains, and now that assistant has a new job where she's dealing with like the corporate PR of superheroes.
Oh, interesting.
Like, funny,
interesting. Yeah, it's
fun.
I am excited. I have not read Hench either, and normally I wouldn't even say I'd want to go there with those kind of books. But after reading about Natalie, how interestingly her mind works,
yeah, she's really.
I want to read it.
Oh, it sounds great.
It's really interesting. I can't wait to meet her. She just sounds like a really quirky person in the best way possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hench was released, it was, I want to say 6 years ago.
Well, it was a hit. It was a hit.
It was a big hit.
Nominated for awards and such. Anyway, we'll get into that in a little bit. Right now, weather to talk about.
Yeah, cooling down across the region today. We're seeing that colder air moving. Oh.
Suji's like, enough with the wind, please.
Yeah, it is.
I've got a baby in this nest.
It is quite breezy today. But as you can see over at the nest in Port Morion, we are seeing lots of sunshine, clear skies early this morning, but windy. So that wind will remain, and that is what is helping to cool things down with this cold front moving in. High pressure remains, though, so that sunshine will be sticking around, so keep in mind sun safety when heading out. 11 degrees starting off your day in Halifax, 8 in Sydney, as well as into Charlottetown and Fredericton, 6 in St. John's. Over to the UV index, taking a bit of a dip, but still tracking high to very high across the Maritime region, and will track low to very high across Newfoundland and Labrador. Over to the special weather statement currently issued for parts of Labrador. We have periods of snow until Friday, as well as a frost advisory now in effect across New Brunswick, much of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. So as I mentioned, sunny today for much of Atlantic Canada. We do have a low chance of showers and or drizzle for parts of Newfoundland. That will clear out, leaving sunshine for you as well. For Labrador, looking at periods of snow and a chance of flurries. Very breezy today out of the northwest. As of right now, 44 kilometers per hour into North Cape, 30 in Lunenburg, as well as into Fredericton. Wind gusts getting up to 50 kilometers per hour in Edmundston. We're looking at 39 in Lunenburg, 41 in Charlottetown. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. A wildfire in Nova Scotia's Queens County is being held. The province issued that update just before 9 o'clock last night, saying no further updates would be released until later this morning. The fire grew to 3 hectares in the East Port Lebert area. It did force nearby Thomas Riddell Provincial Park to close. The province uses new fixed-wing air tankers along with other aircraft, ground crews, and local volunteer firefighters to battle the blaze. And a family home has been significantly damaged after a fire in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. That fire started just before 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on Lacewood Drive. The fire started on a truck and then spread to the home. 2 people escaped unharmed. Campville firefighters say conditions were extreme while working in those high temperatures. Police in Halifax are investigating a hit and run after a vehicle struck an 11-year-old boy in a Bedford crosswalk. Police are looking for the driver, who they say left the scene. It happened at the Larry Utek roundabout just after 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Police say the driver briefly stopped, then drove off. The boy was not hurt. Police are now looking for the driver of this gray Toyota Corolla. They're asking anyone with information to contact them. In his State of the Municipality address, Halifax Mayor Andy Fillmore says the city is facing a defining moment.
Halifax is full of those mismatches right now. People who can't afford a home, people who can't get to work, people who can't get a permit through. Not because anyone is trying to stop them, but because the systems weren't built for a city growing at this scale and at this speed.
Speaking to a crowd of politicians, business leaders, and developers, Fillmore repeated his 3 priorities from last year: housing, mobility, and affordability, before adding a 4th, ensuring the city's infrastructure is ready for the growth, citing Halifax Water as an example.
If we're not able to house the people that would like to call Halifax home, then we're in a way quietly asking them to leave. So building enough homes fast enough, that's a major challenge.
Fillmore argued faster permits and approvals, more ready-to-build land, and additional affordable housing are needed. The extensive wait times for mammograms has some maritime women looking outside of Atlantic Canada for help.
I needed to save myself months of stress. I've had friends and family members who've had breast cancer, some of whom passed away. And I knew I wouldn't be able to take that stress for that long.
Back in October, Nova Scotian Lori Savory was given a referral to get a mammogram after she noticed a lump in her left breast. The appointment wasn't until late January, nearly 4 months later. Instead of waiting, she traveled to Toronto in November for a mammogram at a private clinic. $400, and 24 hours later, she received her results, which showed no signs of cancer. Right now, wait times for screening mammograms are well over a year in the Halifax area. Nova Scotia's health minister tells CTV News the workforce shortage is the most significant factor impacting wait times. New Brunswick's government has reached the halfway mark toward its goal of opening 30 collaborative healthcare clinics by 2028. The province updated its count yesterday after opening a clinic in Beau Rivage, the 16th clinic to open in the province since April 2025. Roughly $942,000 in government money was fronted for renovations, overhead costs, and recruitments. After years of rising costs, champions of the new Performing Arts Centre in downtown Fredericton say the building's budget is holding steady.
We've got another year to go, and there's a lot of work to do, but we're meeting our milestones. We're watching it very carefully. There's a lot of people with a lot of eyeballs on the project.
The executive director of the Fredericton Playhouse told City Council Tuesday night that the new Arts Centre is now 44% complete. The last update given in early 2025 saw the building's budget climb from $81.7 million to $111.2 million. 18 months later, that figure has remained steady. The new centre will have 2 stages and is scheduled to open in the fall of 2027. Also looking ahead, this year's Sail GP event in Halifax still weeks away, but it's already being deemed a success. The Racing League has announced the Formula One of sailing will return to the city in 2027. So next May, Halifax Harbour will again host the world's fastest catamarans. The international competition, including a list of countries racing at speed of up to 100 kilometers an hour. They go fast. Halifax was voted as best race venue when it was first hosted the event back in 2024. There was a break in 2025. This year's race on the harbour is the weekend of June 20th and the 21st.
So cool.
Yeah, coming back.
Love it. Can't wait. Okay, this is kind of neat, something we haven't talked about yet on the show. Our partners at Kent Building Supplies are marking their 50th birthday this year. That we know. But as part of the celebrations, they have come up with the first ever Golden Giveaway Community Vote. So you get to help decide which Atlantic Canadian charity receives a $50,000 donation from Kent. Cool, right? They're giving a way to celebrate. So here are the 10 organizations that you can vote for. They're all there. We've got Bobby's Hospice, Feed Nova Scotia, Hope for Wildlife, IWK Foundation, PEI Humane Society, Salvation Army, Souls Harbor Rescue Mission, SPCA Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia SPCA, and The Gathering Place. All you have to do is go to the website kentwin.ca to register. You can vote once per day. The voting basically it starts on now and goes until the 31st, and then they'll announce the big winner. But this is a wonderful opportunity to give a very significant donation to a charity you care about, and every single one on that list is, as they say, the kids say, a banger. They're all fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So really happy to shine a spotlight on that initiative.
Wow.
And now, a contest to tell you about. All right, this is a reminder for our contest
giving away
here.
money
I know,
everywhere.
we love to give things away. This one is through CTV in Your Morning. We want you to win $20,000. Super easy to enter this one, too. You go to our website. There's a contest page there. And just put a little information in along with the daily word. So here's the daily word. It's spend today. You can also use that QR code to get right to the contest page. Enter today, enter tomorrow, and then you have 5 more chances to win next week. And then we will be announcing a winner.
Woohoo. Woohoo. You might want to spend the money on a book.
Why not?
We've got an interview coming up with a local author who's got a sequel to a very popular book that she had a couple years ago. But first, it's a look at the forecast with Latavia on this Thursday morning. A little cooler today than it has been. It was really hot yesterday. Here's a live look at Boys Town, New Brunswick. The forecast is up next.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:13, taking a live look at a sunny start to the day over in Walton. 11 degrees as of right now, and it's a bit breezy right across the region. So keep that in mind. You're going to want to layer up a little bit more than we saw yesterday. So as of right now, it is 12 degrees in Halifax, 9 in Sydney, 8 degrees heading outdoors in Charlottetown, 9 in Fredericton, cooler over in Labrador City at -3, and 6 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. A special weather statement currently issued for parts of Labrador, as we do have periods of snow until Friday at around 15 to 25 plus centimeters of accumulation. Wind gusts nearing 80, and a frost advisory as well across New Brunswick. Now for much of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning, expecting patchy frost to develop as temperatures really begin to cool down into the overnight hours. Over to our forecast timeline. This ridge of high pressure still brings us lots of sunshine across the region, but we do have a cold front moving in with those breezy winds, and that's helping to cool things down for our daytime highs. Keep in mind sun safety, though, still when heading out. The UV index is tracking high to very high for all 3 maritime provinces. Looking at some shower activity and or drizzle for parts of Newfoundland. That will clear out, leaving sunshine across the province into the afternoon. And then for Labrador, looking at periods of snow and a chance of flurries. Into this evening, temperatures cool down. That takes us into early Friday morning. We are going to see sunshine return yet again to end off the work week. If you are wondering about snowfall totals, going to see around 2 to 10 centimeters to start for parts of Labrador. And then for our rainfall outlook, not really seeing much accumulation for Newfoundland and Labrador. Lots of sunshine across New Brunswick today with daytime highs ranging from 10 to 16. We are going to see that sunshine as clouds continue to clear out yet again into the afternoon, and wind gusts picking up to 40. Prince Edward Island highs between 10 to 13 degrees today, mainly sunny skies, wind out of the northwest, 30 gusting to 50. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs cooler as well, around 8 to 16 degrees, mainly sunny skies with wind gusts to 40. Same thing for the rest of Nova Scotia. Lots of sunshine throughout your day today. Highs will range from 13 to 17. For Labrador City, looking at 3 degrees as your daytime high, scattered flurries throughout your day. 13 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Looking at showers and or drizzle starting off the day. That will clear out, leaving mainly sunny skies this afternoon. For our forecast on Friday, as I mentioned, high pressure remains, sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada, snow across much of Labrador. Into our forecast for Saturday, we are expecting lots of sunshine yet again. Some shower activity moves into parts of Newfoundland, will clear out into Saturday late evening afternoon. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Close to $1 million a minute. That is the cost of Canada hosting 13 FIFA World Cup games. That's according to a new federal budgetary report. It adds up to $1 billion being paid by Canadian taxpayers. CTV's Andrew Johnson has more on the numbers.
With the transformation of Vancouver and Toronto into World Cup cities just about complete, excitement is building.
I think it's great to see the festival here and all the games and everything coming into town. Money well spent.
A cost that's now eclipsed $1 billion, according to Canada's budgetary watchdog, to host 13 games in June and July. That's roughly $82 million per game, which is actually less than Russia spent to host in 2018, Brazil in 2014, and South Africa in 2010. But one sports economist points out co-hosting alongside the U.S. and Mexico, what we're paying for doesn't quite compare.
Well, we're not getting any of the major elimination matches. We thought that if we were hosting the World Cup, we would actually see something of consequence.
Close to $500 million for FIFA is coming from Ottawa, the rest provincial and local, to pay for security, infrastructure, and stadium upgrades. The host cities are counting on a big benefit. BC's premier says the tournament will bring 1 million visitors to Vancouver over the next 5 years. The mayor has led the charge.
This is an amazing opportunity. It's going to be a month-long commercial.
Critics claim otherwise.
I've been saying for 8 years now, give or take, that we were sold a false bill of goods, not by FIFA, but by our politicians.
How do Canadians feel? Well, the latest polling from Leger showed close to 3/4 of Canadians support hosting World Cup matches, but a majority indicated their biggest concern is taxpayer costs. And the final number isn't in yet. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Vancouver.
To the ice now, the Montreal Victoire have made history, becoming the first Canadian team to be crowned PWHL champions. This coming after they defeated the Ottawa Charge in a dominating performance in Game 4 of the Championship Series Wednesday night.
Won't be enough, though, as Abby Rock pulls it out. Short-handed. Rock end to end. All the way to the backhand. What a goal! Abby Rock!
Montreal took over in the third period, blowing out Ottawa 4-0 and winning this series 3-1. This marks Montreal's first win of the PWHL Walter Cup. A quick break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we will speak with the Nova Scotia author behind the 2020 book Hench about the new sequel being released this month. That's coming up. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It's 8:22. Now, the Nova Scotia author behind the 2020 book Hench, a novel about undervalued hench people working for supervillains, is back with a sequel. Villain continues the story of Anna, now the auditor, as she uses the power of data analysis and spreadsheets to take down corrupt corporate superheroes. Natalie Zena Walshots joins us now from Lower Sackville and excited to chat about your book. Good morning, Natalie.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Well, it's our pleasure. I know that you were going to talk about the sequel in a second, but let's touch on Hench first. It was a finalist for Canada Reads, nominated for a big award for Best First Novel. Why do you think people connected so well with the mistreated employees of supervillains?
Aren't we all mistreated employees of supervillains at the end of the day? You know, I think it is a unfortunately, shockingly relatable experience to find yourself as somebody who is maybe very, very smart and maybe very, very talented and maybe incredibly good at what you do. And also having to, you know, the only job that is sort of available is to work for literally the forces of evil. I feel like that's a fairly universal experience. Or alternatively, you know, you see in every superhero movie, you see all of these people who are essentially being used as a punchline, sometimes very literally. Their entire point in the story is to be hit once very dramatically by a superhero and punched through a wall and then never seen again. And I have always been endlessly fascinated by, well, A, what happens to that person after they get punched through the wall and need years of physiotherapy, and also what comes before that, like how far behind on your child support do you have to be before you take a gig like that?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this book in my hand here is Amanda's copy, plucked from her own shelf this morning, and I will borrow it to read it. This is Hench, and you're
fancy new soft cover as well.
Yeah, gorgeous, wonderful. And then now we've got the sequel out, Villain. Did you always want to write a sequel, or was it fan demand that had you actually do it?
I was always hopeful for a sequel. The story of Hench is entirely self-encapsulated, so it does have a very distinct ending, but while also leaving that door open to the possibility of a sequel, the potential for a sequel, because I really desperately wanted to spend more time in that universe with those characters. So I am happily both things is kind of the answer. It did very well, and fans were really hopeful that there would be a sequel, and I'm thrilled to be able to give it to them.
Well, there's so much to talk about with you. We're almost out of time, but I'd love to do another interview where we could delve into some of the other creative things you do. But really quickly, you do a lot of LARPing, live action role play. I've never LARPed. Why is it so fun?
I mean, it's playing pretend, right? It's the game the first game that we all play, that we get to fall in love with. And there is something wonderful about tapping into that kind of like little kid impulse to put on a ridiculous costume and like run around in the woods. You know, it's a pure, joyous kind of wish fulfillment. And as a creative person, I love that. I think it's really beautiful. So I both play and also write them, and it is a heck of a lot of fun to be on both sides of that.
Yeah, for sure. And gaming and all there's so much that you do. Anyway, thank you so much. You've definitely sold me on LARPing and on your books. And yeah, we hope to chat again.
I would love that. Thank you again so much.
Thank you. And we put information about your books on our website. Now we have to move over to have another visit with our friends at Circle K. We are at Circle K in Bedford, and I'm joined again by District Manager Bev Masterman. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
We're inside now. It's Fuel Day, which is so exciting because what happens between 3 and 7?
So the 10 cents off a litre at the pumps, that's outside. But if you come inside with your coupon books, which you can use today, or up until July 20th. All the coupons in the book are up until July 20th. One of the things you can get here today is a free small froster. So are you going to give that a try?
Yeah, I'm going to try the small froster. Okay, let's give it a go. All right, can you hold my...
I sure can.
This is a small size, which is a delicious size. We're trying this mango.
Mango, yeah.
Ooh, it looks like it's Sour Patch Kid.
You can mix and match like Crystal just did here. There's the mango and the purple frost right now. And in the machines behind me, we have the blue frost and the ice pop flavor. How is it?
Holy moly. That is layers of flavor, literally and figuratively. This is delicious, Bev.
It's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
They're lots of fun.
Okay, I love the coupon book. Name a couple other things that are happening in that book.
You can also get a free small coffee, which we have the second cup here at this location. You can get a free big cookie, $1 Circle K candies, $1 Canada Dry ginger ale. And there's also, not available at this location, but at our car wash locations, you can get a free premium car wash as well. And also to add in with our froster all summer, this is good until September, you can get a small bag of Circle K chips with your froster for $1.50.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. This is the place to be for the summertime. Bev, always fun to visit Circle K, especially when you're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and these frosters are truly delicious. I will try to finish this before I get back to the studio.
Coming up in this half hour, Halifax Gals and Pals. We'll learn more about the organization's rebrand and also upcoming events and how you can get involved. Oh, the book talk just keeps on talking. That's coming up here on the Thursday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:31. The show has flown by.
Indeed.
I want to fly to a beach with the book after the weather we had yesterday.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be nice? And that nice little tote bag?
Yes.
Put a Carly Fortune book in there?
Yeah,
I'm down.
Coming up, we'll let you know how you can buy one of those if you want. One of the features of the interview.
I could use another bag.
Who couldn't? Who could not? Okay, you might want to put another layer on today, I hear.
Yeah, not as hot as we saw yesterday. Yesterday, we had record-breaking daytime highs. Today, cooling right back down. So we are seeing colder air move back in across the region. A breezy day ahead, but lots of sunshine as we have this ridge of high pressure remaining across the region. Here's a live look, as you can see in Parsboro. Clear, beautiful, sunny skies today. So do keep in mind sun safety when heading out. We'll take a look at that UV index shortly. But currently heading outside, temperatures are slowly rising, going to remain below seasonal for much of our daytime highs. 12 degrees right now in Halifax, 9 in Sydney, 8 in Charlottetown with 9 in Fredericton, 6 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. The UV index is tracking high to very high across the Maritime region, taking a bit of a dip due to active weather for Newfoundland and Labrador, but still going to track low to very high throughout your day. And then we do have a special weather statement in effect for parts of Labrador, as we are seeing periods of snow until Friday. And now we have a frost advisory in effect across New Brunswick, much of Nova Scotia. As temperatures cool down until early Friday morning, we are expecting frost to develop. Over to our satellite and radar. As I mentioned, sunny skies for much of the region. We do have showers and a drizzle early this morning for parts of Newfoundland. That will clear, leaving sunshine for you as well. And then for Labrador, periods of snow and a chance of flurries. For our wind forecast, it's going to be a breezy day ahead out of the northwest, 41 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape, 46 in Canso, 31 in Sydney with 30 in Halifax. Wind gusts getting up to 50 kilometers per hour in Charlottetown and Edmundston. We're looking at 48 in Sydney, 43 in Moncton. We'll take one last look at your forecast just ahead, but first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
A wildfire in Nova Scotia's Queens County is now being held. The province issued that update just before 9 o'clock last night, saying no further updates would be available until later this morning. The fire grew to 3 hectares in the East Port Lebert area. It forced nearby Thomas Riddell Provincial Park to close. The province did use its new fixed-wing air tankers, along with other aircraft, ground crews, and local volunteer firefighters to battle the blaze. And a family home has been significantly damaged after a fire in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. That fire started just before 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on Lacewood Drive in Kentville. It started in a truck and spread to the home. 2 people escaped without injury. Kentville firefighters say conditions were extreme while working in those very high temperatures on Wednesday. Researchers from Nova Scotia and Alberta have found a troubling number of post-secondary students are struggling to find a place to live while studying.
Couch surfing, sleeping in 24-hour student buildings, staying in their cars, or just sleeping in very precarious housing situations where at any point their housing could be removed from them.
Recently, I met a student who came to my office hours, and they said to me that they've spent 2 nights in the university. They didn't eat anything for 4 days because of the problem of economical problem.
The National Study on Student Homelessness found 40% of students across the country experience hidden homelessness. Reasons vary from domestic violence to an inability to afford rent, coupled with daily expenses. In Halifax, Dow's student union is encouraging students to come forward because there are resources that can help. New Brunswick's government has reached the halfway mark toward its goal of opening 30 collaborative healthcare clinics by 2028. The province updated its count yesterday after opening a clinic in Beau Rivage, the 16th clinic to open in the province since April 2025. Roughly $942,000 in government money was fronted for renovations, overhead costs, and recruitment. More viewers are being subjected to the flood of sports gambling commercials. And as CTV's Ryan McDonald reports, questions are being raised about the impact of those constant ads.
Did you win?
Well, let's just say the next round of omelets
Is on me, fellas!
Ads like these have been everywhere during this year's Stanley Cup playoffs, and it's been like that for years now.
It's been really good to me, and like I said, I don't bet big.
Warren Tobin doesn't mind betting a few bucks on the big game. He's been doing it for decades.
I just play pro line myself, and that's under Atlantic Lottery Corporation.
Tobin says he too has noticed what he calls a bombardment of commercials for sports betting sites, and while he doesn't use them himself, he has one pretty big gambling the more old-fashioned way.
I went to schooling at Island Career Academy. I pretty well kind of paid off most of that.
I think Canadians are right to be worried about gambling.
And according to a new Angus Reid poll, they are. It found that more than 1 in 10 Canadians surveyed had placed a wager on a sporting event in the last year.
You've now got a casino in your pocket 24/7.
The poll found that 28% of people surveyed are worried that someone they know personally is addicted to sports betting, and that in 81% of those cases, the person they are worried about is a male.
About 2/3 of Canadians gamble in one form or another, and not many of us go on to develop a problem. But if you're male, younger, and already engaged in multiple other forms of gambling, these ads can be very risky.
The survey also found that 46% of people who bet on sports had used a responsible gambling tool.
I think it'd be much better for us to ask, do we want to expose our entire population to a relentless bombardment of these ads?
Back in Sydney, Tobin says he still plans to have a bit of fun by placing a few bucks on tonight's game between the Colorado Avalanche and Vegas Golden Knights.
If I do win my pro line tonight, Mom's get a nice present. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
Ryan McDonald, CTV News.
Now, we're not sure who we bet on, but yeah.
I'd travel if I happened to come into a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. What's the first thing you would do? Yeah, I thought that's a fun conversation to have.
Yeah.
So where would you go?
Oh, gosh. Lots of places. One place I actually have been, though, is the Sistine Chapel.
Oh,
yeah. It's pretty awesome. And here's a chance to see the art of the chapel up close, but you don't have to go there. The immersive experience in London is a whole new way to enjoy Michelangelo's masterpiece. The only way to see the art form from this perspective is to climb up some scaffolding at the chapel. See, if you can't get to London, no problem. The exhibition is going to come to Canada, but it's coming to Montreal unless we make a big stink and get them to try to bring it here, too.
Montreal, not too far from Atlantic Canada.
That's true. No, go to the city of Montreal. It's wonderful.
Ooh.
Yeah. Call me up. I'll go with you. I'll go visit my daughter.
Right?
Nice.
Yes. Anywho, that's not happening in our region.
We'll talk about what is, though, with the community calendar. We talked about this earlier on the show. The annual spring plant sale returns to the Fredericton Botanic Garden this weekend. From Saturday, May 23rd until May 24th, you can come out and shop plants, perennials, annuals, and so much more. Visit their website for additional details. And the Wohi Low and the QEH Auxiliary will be hosting a clothing sale this weekend in Charlottetown from today until Saturday, May 23rd. Come out and shop quality used clothing, shoes, jewelry, and more. Head to their website for the dates and times. And the Couch of Hope Mental Health Awareness Walk will be taking place this upcoming weekend in Dartmouth on May 23rd at 1 p.m. You can join in on the walk through Shuby Park, and you'll be learning more about Couch of Hope and the ways they are trying to eradicate stigmas surrounding mental health. To register and join them, head over to their website. And if you have an upcoming event, send us the details. We'd love to promote it. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca. Time now is 8:40. Make sure to stick with us. We'll be right back right after this. Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:43. We're taking a live look at St. John. 9 degrees starting off your day. It's quite sunny outside, so keep sun safety in mind when you are heading out. We're still seeing the UV index track high to very high across all 3 maritime provinces. Temperatures slowly rising, but will be a cooler day ahead today. 12 degrees right now in Halifax with 9 in Sydney, 8 degrees in Charlottetown, 9 in Fredericton, 6 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a special weather statement currently issued for parts of Labrador until Friday, as we see periods of snow at around 15 to 25 plus centimeters of accumulation, wind gusts nearing 80 kilometers per hour. A frost advisory also issued across New Brunswick, much of Nova Scotia until early Friday morning. As temperatures cool down, especially into the overnight hours, we are expecting patchy frost to develop. Over to our forecast timeline. This ridge of high pressure remains as we head towards the end of the work week. Lots of sunshine across much of Atlantic Canada today, and we are also going to see some active weather in the forecast for Labrador, periods of snow, a chance of flurries that will continue throughout the day today. Into tonight, our temperatures will cool yet again. Pretty cool tonight, though, and we are going to see temperatures start off cooler on Friday morning, but sunshine remains in the forecast. Temperatures will rise seasonal to below seasonal for much of our daytime highs yet again. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, seeing around 2 to 10 centimeters for parts of Labrador to start, and then for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for both parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. So sunshine remains across New Brunswick today. Daytime highs cooler, around 10 to 16 degrees. We are going to see clouds clear out into the afternoon. Wind picking up out of the northwest today, 20 gusting to 40. Prince Edward Island highs between 10 to 13 degrees, mainly sunny skies. Wind gusts will pick up to 50. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, pretty much the same. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. Daytime highs between 8 to 16 degrees and wind gusts of 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, sunshine sticking around today as well. We are going to see highs range from 13 to 17 degrees. And for Labrador City, looking at a high of 3 degrees today, scattered flurries throughout your day. 13 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. Saw showers and or drizzle early in the morning, already clearing out. Mainly sunny skies for the remainder of the day. So for forecast on Friday, lots of sunshine yet again for much of Atlantic Canada. Snow remains in Labrador. And then into our forecast for Saturday, temperatures will rise, seasonal for the most part, but much warmer day ahead. And sunshine sticking around, but we do have some showers moving in for parts of Newfoundland, but clearing out as we head towards the afternoon, Crystal.
Thank you, Latavia. It's 8:45. Now, Have you ever commented how hard it is to meet new people and make friends as an adult? The folks at Halifax Gals and Pals want to change that. The nonprofit organization hosts events in HRM for women and LGBTQ2S+ community members with the goal of having fun and making friends. So here to talk about the upcoming Rebrand party is Jillian Wagner. Thanks so much for coming in, Jillian.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's lovely to have you here. And it's true, you and I were chatting during the break, it can be super hard to make friends as an adult.
It definitely can. A lot of our people that we knew in high school or university have now moved, gotten married, and it kind of becomes hard if you're that single friend or single person that's just trying to make friends in the city.
So you joined up at an event, I understand, and then you decided you wanted to contribute to the organization. So obviously there's something good there. For people who aren't familiar with Halifax Gals and Pals, tell us how it works.
Yeah, so we are a group. We have an Instagram page that you'll see most of our events posted on, and we also just started a new website. So it's halifaxgalsandpals.com. And so with all of our events, we'll post online. Typically, tickets will be of a minimal amount, just because our goal is to make the least barriers of entry possible. And yeah, so we host about 4 book clubs a month. We host at least 1 walk, which is free, and then some different physical activity or other events with crafting each month.
Gosh, that's a lot. Okay, yeah. But you have a rebrand party.
We do.
Coming up. So tell us about, what do you mean by rebrand?
Yeah, so Halifax Gals and Pals was originally started by 2 amazing females that moved here from Ontario. And when they started it, it was just a really easy little Canva decorated logo. But now we actually brought in a graphic designer. We have all new rebranding, sweet new merch, and we are celebrating becoming a nonprofit. So as of the start of this year, we finally got our nonprofit status, and we're so excited to actually be a official organization.
Yep, there were the details there for the event coming up, so give us those details again.
Yeah, so on May 29th, we are having a big celebration at 6 p.m. At St. Mary's Boat Club. We'll have a book vendor, we'll have crafting, so we're going to be doing little bag tags, and we will also have a dance going and lots of local vendors to support.
And it's $22?
Yes, $22.
That's very reasonable for all that you just described.
Exactly, and we will have our limited edition merch. Our last few items that didn't get purchased in pre-sale will be available for purchase.
Okay, well here's the merch, so maybe we'll do a little
the hat. So we
yeah.
have our awesome new hats, and then we have our sweaters as well as our tote bags, and we will have some stickers as well available.
Okay, you brought in a fun craft.
Yes.
This reminds me of camp when I was a little kid.
Yes, exactly. So these are the bag tags that we'll be making. So this one we did a little Gals Heart Pals, a CTV, and another little Gals and Pals one. So these little bag tags will be available to attach to your new little tote bag.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. Yes. This really does sound great. My question to you though, it's intimidating for me to meet new people, to show up for the first meeting. Is literally everybody welcome, or?
Absolutely, everyone is welcome to come, and we purposely make it a little bit easier when you get there. We limit those barriers to entry with having different books around, different little icebreaker cards, but more so just activities that when you come in, you feel like you have something that can kind of interconnect you already. And as a admin team member, our goal is to help you make new friends.
Well, Jillian, you were super warm and friendly, so I can only say that bids well for the whole organization. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have put more information about Halifax Gals and Pals on our website, and you can check that out as we head to break. We'll be right back after this to wrap up the show.
Welcome back. We're just raving about Jillian and all the hard work that she does, bringing people together.
I love that. Great idea, great initiative, so much fun, and I love their new merch. So cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, really cool.
And they're working so hard to just have so many events, many free, but all very accessible to make it as easy as possible to be part of the group. Make new friends.
We love to have friends.
I'd like to think our viewers are our friends.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. And we love to hear from you, too, because this is where we share the Mood Morning Chat texts. We're talking about small inconveniences that can really put a damper on your day. A lot of it is coffee related. But let's start with this one. Cecile, I feel like Brienne Foley would relate with this one. Being late. I hate being late. If I'm late in the morning, I feel like I rush the rest of the day. My sister and her husband, on the other hand, they're always late. Doesn't seem to bother them at all.
I'm either late or super early. I can't seem to just be on time.
You can't be ridiculous. You can't find it right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just when you are running late, it does throw you off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm with you.
That stress, you know, you feel it a little bit. Oh, that's funny that she's like, doesn't bother my husband. Kathy says, I drive an older car, and don't get me wrong, I love it, but lately I get all ready to start my day. I go out, hop in, and the battery's dead.
Oh, wah, wah.
It's my own fault, of course, since I haven't been driving as much because of gas prices and being retired. Oh gosh, I know, and that would be such a big expense too if you're not driving it that much.
I was telling Kathy, I was like, I drive an older car, and every time I fix something, it seems like something else wants to start breaking.
Of course, right?
Well,
Isn't that how it works?
The reliable car, if your car's not working properly, that can really throw your day off. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is a good one too. Sharon says, what drives me crazy is random power outages. Middle of the day in clear weather yesterday, and the power went out. I had to go without a shower and the cool air from the heat pump as well. Not a good day for it. Oh, it was hot yesterday, so if you didn't have air conditioning in your home, it could get stuffy quick.
That's a good one. Absolutely.
If you're cooking or something and the power goes out.
I know.
Okay, Nicole, when the coffee pot explodes.
Yeah,
girl, same. Oh my gosh, you stick it in, and then you say, especially if you're low on pods.
Yeah.
And you ruin one. Oh,
you're not cheap.
Many times. Yeah.
Yeah, not cheap. This also affects your coffee too, right? It's a big part of your day. Jessica says one inconvenience of mine is getting a Tim Hortons coffee and they put milk in it instead of cream.
Oh.
Or vice versa too.
Yeah.
Or maybe you order a tea and you get a coffee.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, getting the wrong order, that can throw you off, definitely.
Tara says, this happened yesterday. When you leave for work and someone's driving 50 in a 70 zone, you're on an old road, so there's nowhere to pass. The lineup behind this lady was at least 20 cars long. So frustrating.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Don't you hate, you feel like your blood is boiling. You're like, I gotta go. Move. Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
Yeah. Oh, this is funny. Pat from Timberley. What messes up my day is when I'm in the middle of doing something and all of a sudden I hear my hubby holler, can you give me a hand here for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
It never takes just a minute. Trust me on that.
Seriously.
It's true, though. You're trying to get something done and somebody keeps interrupting you. That is annoying.
Oh, that can be
that's
hard.
a rough one.
Another coffee one. LJ, a minor inconvenience for me is when I make my coffee, but forget to actually add the coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just getting that, like, weird water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, like, slightly off.
And you're like,
wow, what is that?
Yeah, you're like, I need to clean my coffee machine. And Mo from Bathurst, this is because of the kitties. A small inconvenience is cleaning the litter box twice a day. I have 2 cats. Love them. Adorably.
Well, good for you for keeping those cats, the litter boxes so clean.
Right? I know, they probably appreciate it, so.
So cute.
Well, we hope none of those things happen to you this morning and you're just having a great day.
Smooth sailing.
May the lights be green. May
your coffee be full of the dairy product you enjoy.
May your coffee be the right temperature that you love.
May traffic be light.
Exactly. All right. Have a great day. Layer up. Enjoy the sunshine if that's the case where you are. And please join us tomorrow, Friday already. And we're so happy to have you join along. It's so much more fun when our friends in the viewer world join us.
Yeah, that's true. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about ticks. Oh, yeah. Important information, even if it gives you the heebie-jeebies. Plus garden guide, offshore peddling, and more at the Packed Friday Show.
Yay. Absolutely. Take care.